In the spirit of love, acceptance and humility, we present to you ugly dogs. Through no fault of their own, they've been given a raw deal and must walk through life jealous of German shepherds. Hairless bodies, funky faces and weird body shapes, we have them all. Sure, maybe they won't be on the cover of Modern Dog, but we and their mothers love them just the same. They should never take a high school yearbook picture, or heaven forbid, a driver's license photo, but we believe they're still worthy of mentioning. Now let's get into the world of ugly dogs. It just might make you appreciate the reflection in the mirror. While they may not be a face you'd want to wake up to every morning, some of us would fit that bill too, present company excluded. The word ugly is so harsh, but sometimes the truth must come out. These dogs are tough to look at. 1. The Chinese Crested. Say the word Chinese Crested, and most people could conjure up a freakish-looking dog in their heads. They'd have good reason to. Why? The Chinese Crested dog with a comb-over of hair at the top makes follically challenged men look hot. Their short stature doesn't exactly say regal. Their spotted pink skin looks like a bad rash. Its legs look like spindles. Its tail looks like someone accidentally put it there.
Despite these, limiting characteristics, Chinese Crested dogs have managed to warm the hearts of many with their playful, loving, and devoted personalities, says the American Kennel Club, AKC. There are 2 types of these hairless dog breeds, A, hairless, and B, powder puff, ones with hair that looks kind of fancy. This pup is celebrated by its owners and has also won 6 coveted World's Ugliest Dog contests since 2010. Some were mixed breeds, but you can still recognize the Chinese Crested in them. In 2023, Scooter won the title after being rescued by his guardian from certain death in a shelter. Nothing ugly about that. Long live Scooter.
2. The Mexican Hairless.
With droopy eyes and jowls the size of heads, these ugly guys were developed in Italy from large Roman war dogs crossed with British Mastiffs. They had no choice but to be huge, from 120 to 150 plus pounds. The Mastino, as they're called, are excellent guard dogs since they don't take kindly to strangers. This makes up for its ugliness. Neapolitan Mastiffs are protective of their human families. Also, be aware if you don't want a slobber shower, carry an umbrella when you're around one.
4. Dog de Bordeaux. This breed has the wrinkly thing down pat too, although not as severe as a Mastino. In fact, they're only kind of ugly, but then I realized that's like saying you're kind of pregnant, so they earned their way to our list, honestly. They do have a semi-cuteness, though, that you can't get away from. Although their history is sketchy and debatable, we do know they came to the US in the 1890s. They flew under the radar until 1989, when the movie Turner and Hooch came out and shot them to fame. One played in the role opposite Tom Hanks.
The Dogue de Bordeaux is easygoing, calm, loyal and stubborn. Most of those attributes are fine until you add the fact they weigh 110 plus pounds, have a bite force per square inch, SI, of 556, and can grow to be almost 24 inches tall, from the shoulder blades or withers to the floor. That's when being stubborn can become dangerous, so these dogs need alpha-type guardians who are familiar with large dogs and how to train them. And if you can get past their looks, the rest is downhill with these sweeties, so they have big heads and a few wrinkles. What's not to love?
5. Affen Pincher. Far from being a big dog, weighing in at around 10 pounds, an Affen Pincher has many different looks, depending on his stylist. He is a bit of an intense-looking ugly dog, and along with several other small breeds, thinks he's bigger than he actually is.
Affen Pinchers, aka monkey dogs, aka ape terriers, aka the mustached little devil, originated in Germany. Since they were bred to be rodent hunters, you wouldn't want to have other small animals around them.
He's also a barker, has wiry fur, and can exhibit temper tantrums if things aren't going his way. Sounds like my ex-husband.
Before it sounds like we're not fans of this little St. Bernard wannabe, please know we appreciate his accomplishments, like winning the Westminster Kennel Club's Best in Show in 2013. Go, Banana Joe! We also admire his tendency to be loyal and affectionate, so if you can find one, an Affen can certainly win you over.
6. American Pit Bull Terrier. As if Pit Bull Terriers didn't have enough bad press, they made it onto our ugliest dogs list. They can't catch a break. If you don't know the controversy over pro-Pit Bull or anti-Pit Bull opinions, you've been living in La La Land.
These fiercely loyal, loving and sensitive dogs have gotten a bad rap ever since the 70s, when Americans were made aware that horrible people were fighting them against each other. It's those people we should be afraid of, not the dogs. But I digress.
Pit Bull Terriers were once an iconic American breed. They were American military mascots, advertising stars and popular farm and family dogs. When dogfighters criminally exploited this gentle, humorous, and affectionate breed, American society largely turned against Pit Bull Terriers. They find them intimidating.
To this day, there is breed-specific legislation, also a hot topic, that prevents certain types of dogs, along with their human families, from living in certain places or obtaining certain insurance.
I vote we turn this tide and bring back the truth. That pit bulls of all kinds, ugly or not, be revered for the devoted, warm, and tender beings they always have been. Spend time with this dog. That's what he needs. And if you want to feel more protected than you ever have, go adopt an American Pit Bull Terrier. Now back to our irreverent, entertaining article.
7. The Commodore. Think of an old-fashioned mop, and you'll have an almost-looking animals. One look at these 100-plus-pound dogs will have you thinking it's time to go get your car washed.
They're covered in white spiraled cords, think dreadlocks, and can be recognized at a glance. Their cords are for their protection from harsh weather and mouthy predators, and can get so long you can't see their feet.
Commodores are weirdly athletic, agile for their size, and highly affectionate. They were developed and bred to guard sheep. As dogs classified in the working group, Hungarians have used them, taking advantage of their confidence and toughness to protect those in their care.
They take their innate desire to watch over others seriously. If you have a cat, child, or dog, you'll probably see the Commodore's nature exposed. But this makes him a poor candidate for a dog park, since a pack of dogs can be seen as a threat to them and those they love.
If you're experienced with large dogs and the way they need to be trained, don't mind special grooming, or if you need something on your floor absorbed. Kidding! This ugly dog may be your white and shining armor.
8. Griffin Nes. This breed could be called yappy. They love to vocalize what they'd like to communicate.
To top it off, scruffy, unkempt, shaggy and homeless might be the adjectives you think about at first sight of this particular breed. Not a great first impression. They kind of earned their spot on this ugly dog list.
By the 1800s, they were close to extinction until lovers of the breed increased their population. Can I get a whoop whoop for dog advocates?
The modern Griffin isn't as large as his ancestors, but other than that, you can see the strong resemblance. This ugly dog is quite rare outside of France, but is promoted on the United Kennel Club's website, complete with a detailed description of everything. Griffin Nes.
9. Espagnol Pont de Mer, French Spaniel. If ever a pooch needed a toupee, it would be this one. I think they named him something fancy to make up for his looks.
This medium-sized breed, 44 to 60 pounds, is one of several pointing breeds from France and is named after the city of Pont de Mer in Normandy. Pontos enjoy clowning around, earning them the nickname Le Petit Clown des Marais, or the Little Clown of the Marshes. These hard-working, ugly dogs are good with kids, other dogs, and nice people.
Highly trainable, intelligent, and affectionate, they're known for their hunting skills. According to the AKC, they point firmly and are the largest of the Spaniel breeds. If only their looks mirrored their talent.
Talk about a face only a mother could love. The English Bull Terrier wins the prize for the strangest face and head shape.
Centuries ago, blood sports involving bull and bear baiting dogs were outlawed. Consequently, in 1835 in England, dogfighting raised its ugly head in order to replace the heinous sport.
Breeders wanted to make a breed that was more agile and smaller, so they crossed bull baiting dogs with terriers and created the Bull Terrier breed.
Then, around 1860, James Hinks crossed the Bull Terrier with the White English Terrier and the Dalmatian. which resulted in an all-white bull terrier. Due to its courageous nature, it was nicknamed the White Cavalier.
Around 1900, this ugly breed was crossed with Staffordshire Bull Terriers, which brought color to the English Bull Terrier.
Since 1936, we've had two varieties of them, white and coloured. Pug.
Square, muscular, and amusing, these comical dogs are an ancient breed from Asia. They're the largest of the toy breeds, and here's an interesting tidbit. A group of pugs is called a grumble. The pug was developed largely in the Netherlands, then traveled to England with William III and Mary II, who took over the throne in 1688. Word spread quickly on these amicable dogs, and they developed fans in the courts of Europe, including Queen Victoria. She had 36 of the flat-faced pups and bred and showed them. Pugs were first introduced to the U.S. in the 19th century. Here's proof that pugs are excellent companions. In 2022, pugs were number 35 on the AKC's most popular dog breeds list. Out of 199, not bad. They're great with children, sometimes a little goofy, and if you don't have a good sense of humor, you may not get them. You can call them smart, but you can't call them adorable.
14. Irish Wolfhound.
This giant guy, 105 to 120 pounds, walks around looking like he needs a shower and a shave. Irish Wolfhounds were a little royal themselves, and were in the courts of England's Edward III, Henry VIII, and Elizabeth I. They were also given as royal gifts. These odd-looking dogs are the tallest of the AKC breeds in the hound group and are incredible hunters. So good that they hunted wolves to extinction in Britain and Ireland. By the 18th century, the breed was dwindling. After 1862, due to Captain George Graham, the Irish Wolfhound started to thrive. His appearance might be raggedy, but he's one of the sweetest dogs on this list. Now, someone please go show them to the washroom.
15. Bulldog.
In 2022, for the first time since 1991, the French Bulldog took over the crown of most popular dog breeds. The Labrador Retriever fell from grace. This shows how popular this facially challenged breed is. There is a downfall with them, though, and that is what could be a major health issue. Brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome, a condition in brachycephalic breeds, those with a short nose and squashed face, where breathing is obstructed and can lead to reduced ability to exercise or even severe respiratory distress. The Bulldog's dark eyes are hooded, and if you wear makeup, you know what I'm talking about. Let's end on a high note. These are family dogs since they're great with kids and will give you hours of entertainment.